If someone told you to jump off a cliff, would you do it? I did it. Every traveler has his own bucket list, but one of the things that I often push myself to do is something that I have never done before, be it jumping off an aircraft or a cliff. And today, I, Kamiya Jani, will tell you about some of the crazy adventure sports I have tried till date. This is the Giant Canyon Swing in New Zealand, and it is the world's biggest cliff where you can jump off a 109-meter high cliff. That's the length of nearly 2.5 standard commercial aeroplanes. After leaping off the platform, you will fall 60 meters, rushing past the rocky cliff so close you think you can touch it. That was insane! Here you can choose to jump solo, with someone, or mix and match. Want to take it a step higher? You can also jump with a chair, bike, wheelchair, or a drum on your head. Next up is bungee jumping in South Africa. I'll be honest, I was quite excited for this, but the moment I looked up, I got cold feet. Soweto Towers offers a 100-meter bungee jump from a suspension bridge. Acting all cool, I managed to reach the top and also the edge, but I refused to jump. After spending 3 minutes at the edge contemplating whether to jump or not, the instructor gave me final 3 seconds to take a decision. So, I closed my eyes and took the leap. The first 10 seconds felt like jumping off a terrace without a harness. But suddenly, a rope pulls you back from touching the ground, and that's when you realize you are still alive. To be honest, I did not enjoy the whole experience as I was too scared to feel the liberation. And I just did it for great video footage. But guess what? The company's camera crashed just when I jumped. Talk about bad luck. They offered another free bungee jump, but I sweetly declined. Talk about jumping, and nothing quite matches up to jumping from a perfectly flying aircraft. I am talking about skydiving, and this has to be one of my favorite adventure sports. Having tried it in Ambi Valley in Lonavala for the first time, jumping from 9,000 feet, this time I headed to the adventure capital of the world, Queenstown in New Zealand. Here, I had to jump from 15,000 feet. Having done it before, I wasn't exactly nervous, but I didn't realize the height from which you jump makes a big difference. However, having an experienced instructor tagging along is a huge respite. A bit nervous now. We jumped and experienced an amazing free fall with a spectacular view for good 60 seconds at the speed of 200 kilometers an hour. You almost feel like a bird flying in the open skies. It's an amazing feeling. But if you have stuffy nose, the air pressure can get to you, hurting your ears a little. And for those concerned about safety, let me put it this way. There is a far higher chance of dying in a car crash than from skydiving.
Hey, how was that?
It was amazing.
Let's now talk about the whitewater rafting in Kolad, Maharashtra. I'm from Mumbai and I love to discover adventure locally. While it is said that Rishikesh offers the most amazing river rafting experience, I tried it closer to home in Kolar. Just 4 hours away from Mumbai, you can enjoy 14 kilometers of river rafting on the Kundalika River. River rafting in Kolar is controlled by the release of the dam on the Kundalika River and offers Grade 2 and Grade 3 rapids. This adventure makes a perfect day out for thrill seekers, especially those who love water sports. Falling off the raft can be a scary thought, but you will have your life jacket on, so that makes it pretty safe. No matter what time of the year you choose, the lush greenery, stunning waterfalls, and roaring rivers strive for a thrilling rafting experience. Talk about aerial adventure. If you are looking for something nice and easy, you don't always have to jump, as you can swiftly take off from the land in a hot air balloon.
Well, so here's my boarding pass for the hot air ballooning, and looks like our balloon is almost ready. Our pilot Sangram gave us few instructions that hot air ballooning as an activity is quite dependent on weather and wind. So अगर weather और wind आपके साथ है, you will take off, otherwise there's a chance that they even cancel it. But आज का दिन अच्छा लग रहा है to do this activity. So I'm looking forward to it. We also have to help the pilot land at the right place. Some instructions there, but more on that once we are on the balloon. Let's go.
Earlier in 2020, I tried this sport in Meghalaya. Hot air ballooning has been recognized by FAI as the safest air sport. It's as simple as getting yourself a boarding pass, taking instructions from your pilot, and get going. This activity is dependent on the weather and climatic conditions. Having tried it once in Melbourne and then Meghalaya, I must admit I enjoyed the latter much more, as I landed on a school playground with a warm welcome by the villagers and few really cute kids. Let's now talk about mountain climbing in Oman. 150 kilometers away from Muscat, Oman's Jabal Akhtar is famous for its majestic mountain. This mostly limestone mountain is one of the highest points in Oman and Eastern Arabia. To experience the mountain life at its best, I stayed at Anantara Al Jabal Al Akhtar, which is one of the world's highest resorts, and it takes adventure to new heights quite literally. The ultimate Jabal activity wall. This, my friends, is definitely not for the faint-hearted, especially if you are scared of heights. The climbing route is one of the highest in the Middle East, and it also incorporates nearly 200 meters of ferrata snaking across the cliff edge. This also happens to be Oman's first mountain zipline. But to stand at the edge of the cliff is quite an insane experience, but had to do it for the gram.
This is truly liberating.
Ever experienced what it feels like to be a shark? No? Then you must try the hydro attack in Queenstown. Sit inside a unique shark-shaped semi-submersible machine and skim across the top of the lake. Take the high-speed thrill ride in the ultimate blend of shark and machine by reaching speeds of 80 kph on the water and 40 kph diving under the water. Next, your pilot points the shark at the sky and blasts straight up into the air. This hydro attack shark is a must-try for a unique adrenaline thrill. Now let's head to the beach destination Koh Samui in Thailand. No, I'm not here for the water sports. I am in fact here for the 450-meter long zip lining at Lamai viewpoint. The zip lining here lets you skim across the jungle canopy and then across the mouth of the valley at a height of 18 meters before dropping you back to the viewpoint. It comes with a V-shaped piece of wood to prevent you from spinning around mid-flight. But guess what? I was stuck in the middle of nowhere. And then the instructor had to come to rescue me. This is not only the highest viewpoint but also the longest zipline here.
Wow. This is so cool.
Next up is dirt biking in Koh Samui. Get your friends together and race on an all-terrain vehicle or an ATV. Ride through the mucky roads, stream or amidst the jungle. But honestly, it truly gets adventurous if you are lost or if your vehicle is stuck in the mud. I tried this adventure with my friends in Koh Samui and we had a great laugh. Well, not all adventures are meant to scare you. If you ever want to experience how traveling to heaven would be like, just for its beauty, then you have to try out the mountain slide in Switzerland.
I'm going to be on that longest mountain slide. Quite excited for it.
Mountain Coaster in Switzerland has the best views of the Alps. An almost 2,500-foot metal slide takes visitors down the sides of a green mountain through fields of wildflowers. Cars are banned on the mountain, so to get to the top, visitors must take a cable car ride or hike their way up. The ride involves a lot of twisting, turning and probably a little bit of screaming. But I have to add, it's worth it and kids totally love this adventure. Well, so those were some of the crazy adventures I've tried till date. Let me know in comments below which one would you like to try first. Until then, it's me, Kamiya Jani, signing off. Remember to like, share and subscribe to Curly Tales for the best food and travel recommendations.